Refrigerant recovery and vacuuming and refrigerant charging. 1. Remove the top cover. First, remove the 4 screws around the top cover. Next, remove the screws on the wired controller as well. Remove the cover of the wired controller and disconnect the wiring. Hold the top edge of the cover and push upward firmly to remove the top cover. 2. Recover the refrigerant. Connect the middle yellow hose to the port of the refrigerant recovery tank and tighten. Unscrew the valve cap of the heat pump's shutoff valve, then unscrew the metal cap. Connect the blue hose of the low pressure gauge to the heat pump shutoff valve and tighten. Turn the valve of the low pressure gauge counterclockwise to ensure that airflow can pass through the hose. Check whether the high pressure gauge is properly tightened. Also check whether the valve on the middle yellow hose is properly tightened. Take an Allen key, insert it into the heat pump shutoff valve, and turn clockwise to open the valve, allowing the refrigerant to be released. When the reading on the low pressure gauge drops to 0, it indicates that the refrigerant has been fully released. 3. Evacuate the system. First, open the cap on the vacuum pump's port. Connect the yellow hose to the vacuum pump port and tighten. Then, turn on the vacuum pump. Now, observe the reading on the low pressure gauge. It is below 0 bar. Under this negative pressure, the system should be evacuated for at least 30 minutes. After evacuating the system for 30 minutes, first close the valve on the low pressure gauge, then maintain the pressure for 10 minutes. Maintaining pressure for 10 minutes means observing the gauge during this period for any pressure rise. If there is no increase, it confirms that the evacuation is complete. If there is no pressure rise, insert the Allen key into the shutoff valve and tighten it, then proceed with refrigerant charging. If there is a pressure rise during the pressure hold period, it indicates a leak in the system, and a repair by soldering or welding is required. After completing the repair by soldering, repeat the evacuation procedure. Open the valve on the low pressure gauge. Turn on the vacuum pump and continue evacuating the system for at least 30 minutes. After evacuating for 30 minutes, first close the valve on the low pressure gauge. Then, turn off the vacuum pump. Hold the pressure for 10 minutes again. If there is no pressure rise, it confirms that the solder repair is successful and the vacuuming is complete. 4. Charge the refrigerant. First, turn on the electronic scale. Connect the yellow hose of the refrigerant gauge to the low pressure port of the refrigerant tank and tighten. Next, press the tare button on the electronic scale to reset it to 0. Slightly open the low pressure valve on the refrigerant tank. Then, open the valve on the low pressure gauge. Locate the interface where the heat pump shutoff valve connects to the low pressure line. Loosen it slightly. Once liquid refrigerant flows out, it confirms successful refrigerant delivery. Then, retighten the connection. After inserting the Allen key into the shutoff valve, press the tare button again. Then, turn the Allen key clockwise to open the shutoff valve. Monitor the readings on the electronic scale. The decrease indicates the amount of refrigerant charged. When the scale reading approaches 410 grams, slowly turn the Allen key to close the shutoff valve, completing the refrigerant charging. Next, close the low pressure valve on the refrigerant tank. The low pressure gauge valve does not need to be closed. Unscrew the yellow universal hose connected to the refrigerant tank, remove it, and release any remaining refrigerant in the line.